Hello everybody! Welcome on Wednesday. Welcome from the lockdown in Austria. Yeah, welcome on Wednesday. Exceptional on Wednesday because Monday was the last day to go shopping, to go out in Austria, and now we have the lockdown for at least 2 weeks until 3 weeks until the 7th of December. So I'm sitting here standalone, waiting for customers, waiting for business. So I hope you can see me, and I hope you are healthy and fine. And maybe also like for you, you have a lockdown in your country, and yeah. However, also in German, herzlichen schönen Mittwochabend. Ja. Lockdown in Österreich, deswegen sitze ich hier ganz allein, standalone, verlassen in einem Krisensaal und warte auf Pokerspieler. Ja, schauen wir, ob sie kommen. Ich hoffe, sie kommen 2021. Also, wunderschönen guten Abend an euch. Wie immer in letzter Zeit, der Stream wird immer zwischen Englisch und Deutsch hin und her switchen. Also die Topics für den deutschen Markt natürlich auf Deutsch. Und die internationalen wie Ruling etc. werde ich weiterhin natürlich auf Englisch machen. Ja, was erwartet uns heute? Zuerst einmal natürlich an meine lieben Partner. Ribastars, Bratislava. Nein, vorher. Ja, das war heute ganz wichtig. Ja, cheers. Also, ja. We have the lockdown in Austria, we have lockdowns in many countries, still in Czech Republic, kind of lockdown in Slovakia, very different rules in all the countries. Slovakia making mass testing, Slovakia business is open, but only if you're negative you can go out. And here the information, Bratislava is open. So, if you want to gamble, go out, go to Bratislava, cross the border, make a test maybe, and you can go to in a casino. In Austria, they're all closed. So this is like update to Rivers Bratislava, update to Czech Republic. From my information, they will open the casinos end of November. Looks like. So it looks like Riva Stars in Prague, Brno, Pilsen, and also Rotterdam should open end of November. But nobody knows what will happen with the border. It makes no sense to open if nobody can arrive, so let's see. But this is the topic for today, later from the WSOP. So this is like Ribasas Bratislava is open. Yeah, win today. As usual, some promotions, stay at home free roll every time at 8 p.m. So, wenn du einen Wohnsitz hast in Österreich oder Zweitwohnsitz, kannst du im Prinzip auf Win2D spielen und bekommst auch wie immer von mir einen Gutschein über 10 Euro. Also wer Interesse hat, bitte nicht vergessen. Dann, ganz wichtig, Pokerfirma. Partner in Crime, danke vielmals Rosi und Pokerfirma und herzlichen guten Abend an alle in meinem Chat. Hi Pokerterra, hi Thompson, hoffe es geht's gut. Freut mich, dass ihr wieder da seid, an meine tollen Stammgäste, finde ich immer ganz cool. Also, der Spruch von Pokerfirma gibt immer sehr coole Sprüche. Wenn du als zweiter Second Chip Leader All-In bluffst und der Chip Leader callt. Ja, gestern habe ich wieder gespielt auf Win2D. Just for fun, ein Abend, kleines Turnier. Noch 32 Spieler, 23 im Geld und ich war zweiter im Chip Lead. Ne? Gar nicht mal so schlecht. Ja, und dann bekomme ich Pocket Queens, ein paar Damen und das habe ich glaube ich ein bisschen überspielt. Ich habe mich vorher noch geärgert. Ich dachte, oh, der Chip Leader ist an meinem Tisch und wir waren wirklich überlegene Chip Leader, wir zwei. Ja, und wie gesagt, 3-Bet Preflop, Colder, Flop ist Bube 9, irgendwas. Und ich spiele Jack Resolin mit ihm und er callt mit den Basen. Also, sieht open, nicht im Geld. Im Nachhinein, was man tun soll, analysiert und ich habe die Hand, glaube ich, ein bisschen überspielt. Einfach nicht notwendig gegen den Chip Leader, der einzige, der mir gefährlich werden kann, anzutreten mit ein paar Damen und den All-In zu stellen. Also ich glaube einfach mal vorsichtig den Pot zu Ende spielen und vielleicht ein bisschen was verlieren und dann die Assen zu sehen, wäre, glaube ich, effektiver gewesen. Also daher passt der Spruch von Rose sehr, sehr gut. Und wie immer, alle Deutschsprachigen, wenn du irgendwas wissen willst, Updates, Pokerfirma ist immer die schnellste Pokerseite mit allen Informationen. Also meine Empfehlung immer, bitte haut euch auf PokerStars. Ja, dann noch ein Sache in eigener Sache natürlich. Ich habe schon öfter angekündigt, dass ich ja unter Umständen auch was Neues probieren will. Ja, und das ist eigentlich eine Mischung zwischen Krypto, Gaming, Gambling und Network Marketing. Also einfach erklärt, es wird eine Firma auf den Markt kommen, die eine Spieleplattform programmiert. Das machen sie gerade. Und sie werden auch einen Gamecoin dazu kreieren. Also die Spieler zahlen dann die Spiele, wie jetzt alle, mit Gamecoins. Das ist also eine Kryptowährung mit Blockchain, top sicher. Und darum geht es eigentlich. Ich glaube total, weil, wie wir hier sehen, Gaming macht 160 Milliarden Umsatz. Das ist mehr als Sport, Musik und Filmindustrie gemeinsam. Also wir wissen alle, jeder hat ein iPhone. Jeder spielt die ganze Zeit wie ein Verrückter. Ich auch. Ja, und darum geht es eigentlich, um Gaming, nicht um Gambling. Vielleicht kommen später Casinospiele dazu, aber eigentlich geht es um Gaming. Und wir wissen, die Industrie, 160 Milliarden, ist also einer der stärksten, also die stärkste weltweit. Ja, und die machen eine Plattform mit neuen Spielen, ein Gaming-Universe. Und da gibt es Möglichkeiten zu investieren, da gibt es Möglichkeiten, Network Marketing zu betreiben. Und da geht es auch den Gamecoin, der natürlich am Anfang für die Seite ist, in Zukunft sogar dann einfach vielleicht weltweit für Spiele verwendet werden kann. Ich glaube prinzipiell ans Gaming, ich glaube an so einen Gamecoin. Bitcoins hat den höchsten Wert erreicht, wieder seit 2017, also wird bald den Rekord brechen, also wird wahrscheinlich über $20.000 gehen. Also wenn du mehr wissen willst darüber, einfach mich kontaktieren. Und jetzt aufgepasst für alle, die Deutsch sprechen und vielleicht deutsche Staatsbürger sind. Covid-19, Krise in Österreich und das ist die Reaktion von unseren Österreichern. Also einfach mal gemütlich zuhören, ich hoffe, ihr versteht es.
Sagen Sie mir mal ein Volk in Europa, das imstande ist, eine Frage mit einer Feststellung in einem Satz zu kombinieren. Das kennen nur wir. Was willst du machen? Und das taugt mir so an die Österreicher, was? Diese positive Aufbruchsstimmung, dieses sich nicht der Ist-Situation widerstandslos einfach hingeben, sondern sagen, na hey, was willst du machen? Und die einzig legitimierte Antwort auf diese epochale Aussage ist, Und wenn Sie diese zwei Archetypen der österreichischen Dialogkultur zu einem Gespräch treffen, dann ist ein Anflug von Perfektion gegeben. Ja, was willst du machen? So, kannst du machen, was willst du machen hier? Sehr wurscht. Na, wurscht ist nicht, aber machen kannst du nichts. Ne? Willst du machen? Kannst du ne? Ja, wurscht. Mir sauber. Also was ich sagen möchte, die haben Yin und Yang und wir haben und wurscht. Nicht? Also da kann man es zusammenfassen, glaube ich.
Also, das ist die österreichische Krisenbewältigung von österreichischen Staatsbürgern. Nicht ganz genau, aber auf jeden Fall in Wien ist es sicher so. Okay, next topic. I think it's the biggest news and from the last week. WSOP will happen in 2020. This is the first big surprise. Not surprising, it will be online. Like a lot of tournaments are played online, EPT, Battle of Malta, we know all of them. And we knew quite for sure that GG Poker will run the WSOP. But, and this is not unique, but it's kind of unique, the WSOP has a new format, kind of, for the main event. And I like the idea really a lot. So if you Google it and you go through the sites, you can see the WSOP history, the circuit and the idea behind. So the idea behind will be to combine, because of COVID-19, online and offline poker. Which honestly is a great idea. Because they know they can't run a big event like this because of all the restrictions, also like in Vegas or in Europe. So they try to play the first days online, final day live, and then come together. This is really a unique idea. So what's the story behind? The story behind, they play online on WCB.com in some countries in the United States. Not everywhere is allowed. They play also on GG Poker for the rest of the world, I would say, and you can qualify over there. And then we have two final tables. One final table will be played in Las Vegas. One final table will play in Rotterdam, the partner of GG Poker, and the winner of both final tables will then play in Las Vegas at the 30th of December for 1 million and the real big champion title. So it's brand new, it's a new idea, and honestly I love it, really. I think it's like at least a try, to offer poker, to offer live events, and to make a great TV show. And this is the goal why they run playing live, to make a promotion, to make marketing, and to make a nice TV show. And I think it's really good. Here you can see now the kind of the dates of these domestic tournaments and international events, and then the final and the heads up. So the question is now, will it be happened, honestly? What's the situation right now? In the United States, COVID is terrible. Numbers going still up. Vegas has a lot of casinos still closed and a lot of restrictions. And but domestic flights are still allowed, so you can fly to Vegas. The problem is, like, are you allowed to fly to Vegas from Europe at the end in November and December, or at the end of December? Are you allowed to fly there without quarantine? Do you want to fly to Vegas, to the United States, to be maybe stuck at the airport, to maybe be in quarantine 2 weeks in the States, and you will miss your heads up because they will not let you go maybe to Vegas. And the same question is like for the Czech Republic. Like I said in the beginning, Czech Republic is quite good. They have the 100% lockdown, everything is closed, the numbers going down, and they're very optimistic to open step by step back the business and the economy. Also the casinos, what I said, will open end of November. What I heard, they will open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So just daytime. At the end, it will be a loss for the casinos when they open because they have the staff, but no business during the day. Behind you can see also what's the situation in Vegas. There's one side, Vegas information site. You can see distance, mask, wash your hands, etc., etc., etc. But 9 players, it will be okay. But the problem is only the travel. 9 players there on one table. Maybe they will have some plastic covers in between that you can wear masks. You can make football, sports. You can create a bubble. So the people have to stay in this bubble, not allowed to go out somewhere. I think then you can run it, but at the end I'm not sure if the people can travel over there. And this is the same situation, let's say the Czechische Republik in German. Besides, this is from our ministry, foreign ministry, and situation like there's a warning to go there. It's still a warning, so I'm not sure if the people allowed then to travel from Czech Republic in the States, or people from the States in the Czech Republic, Austrian, German players. So it is really realistic that 9 players from different countries can meet in November, December in Rotterdam. I'm not sure. For sure, in all in the legislation and all the I lost the word in English. There's a lot of points that they can change the format of the tournament anytime, for sure. So the plan is quite good. It's very optimistic, but we don't know if it will happen. It also could happen, that it will be just an online world champion poker. Let's see. I'm not quite sure, but I like really the idea. And it would be for sure a really very nice format for television. And also the heads up for 1 million will be very cool. So My goal? Let's qualify and let's go to Vegas. Let's go to play heads up. I don't mind quarantine because like I have nothing to do. So at the end, like if they keep me 2 weeks in Vegas, yes, I can go there. So the goal is quite simple. Let's qualify. Let's go to Rotterdam. Let's win the final table and let's fly to Vegas and come back with some millions. And then I don't care the 3rd, 4th, 5th or 6th lockdown ever. So this is the goal for 2020, the end of the year. Maybe it will be a good end. So thank you to WSOP. Thank you to GG Poker. I think it's a nice idea and I wish you all the best of luck that this will be really happens. Okay, now we're switching back to German because of our beloved panic button. So at the end, we had a lot of stories about the panic button from PokerStars. I think the people are really annoyed to the announcement what they said. There were a lot of complaints and not only because I said in German. So, wir wissen, es waren viele Beschwerden über den PokerStars Panic Button. Es war zu spät, es war nicht angekündigt, es war nicht ganz klar, es gibt keine Bestätigung. Heißt, man geht das Risiko ein, dass man drückt und die ganze Sache ist einfach flöten gegangen. Man verliert sein Turnier bei ihnen. Cash Game ist ein Check Fold, aber im Endeffekt ist es halt 24 Stunden gesperrt, obwohl man das gar nicht will und man hat keine Chance, irgendwas dagegen zu unternehmen. Zusätzlich haben mich ja mehrere Spieler kontaktiert, auch wegen dem Stream, und haben gesagt, ja, das Problem ist oft nicht nur 24 Stunden, es dauert manchmal sogar länger und das Hauptproblem ist, man bekommt vom Support oft keine Antwort. Ich schätze mal, das Online-Business ist natürlich wieder explodiert aufgrund der ganzen Lockdowns und dass die ganzen stationären Casinos zu sind. Und daher gibt es dann einfach die Support-Probleme. Danke nun an Mark Kork. Der liebe Mark hat heute mir auf Facebook ganz kurz vor dem Stream auch einen Post mitgeteilt. Und ja, ich kann nur an alle Pokerspieler, die mit PokerStars ein Problem haben, einfach darauf hinweisen. Marc sagt, es ist eine super Idee. Entweder kontaktiert Marc persönlich oder ihr könnt auch hinten sehen, was da steht. Über einen Discord-Channel einfach dorthin gehen und er sagt, dort kriegt man die besten Informationen und es ist auch sehr, sehr schnell gegangen. Also nur einen Tag später war er da freigeschalten. Also wenn es jetzt wirklich Probleme gibt für euch, ne, dann dorthin wenden, weil wir wissen ja, wenn ihr das nicht macht,
the fundamental rights of an online poker player. You don't have any.
Also, wie es so schön ist, du spielst online, aber der Support antwortet vielleicht nicht, daher die Empfehlung, macht's wie Mark Kork und dann bekommt ihr relativ rasch hoffentlich eine Antwort und könnt auch wieder brav eure Turniere und Cash Game auf pokerstars.de spielen. Also, danke nochmal an Marc. Wie gesagt, viele Beschwerden, nicht nur wegen dem Drücken, sondern einfach hauptsächlich wegen dem Support und weil es halt einfach ewig dauert. Aber bis jetzt gibt es halt kaum Stellungnahmen, Änderungen. Schauen wir mal, wie weit das bleibt. Eine Sache nun, we switch to English. The next topic, it's a very, very famous ruling from a very, very famous tournament director colleague of mine. He was my boss, he was my manager, he is still my friend and my colleague. We all know him. He was responsible to build up the nice brand of the European Poker Tour. It's Thomas Kremser. And this decision happened at the Grand Final in Madrid. And it was one of the rulings which myself, I'm very, very often the same opinion like Thomas, but in this time I think I would rule a little bit different. So let's take a look, about
regular final table they're fighting for, James. This is the EPT Grand Final, the big one. It's gut check time.
Right now we have two tables of 5, blinds at 25 and 50,000. Action's been folded by Alex Gomez. Ivan Freitas has 5-6 of hearts.
It's a fine hand to play when you're short-handed and when you're the massive chip leader.
He's made it 120,000. Jack 3 for Juan Maceras. That goes in the muck. Andrew Lee's on the button. 7 deuce.
That's annoying.
Eugene Unite has just joined our feature table. And he has King Queen in the big blind.
Should be a pretty easy defend from the big blind.
He makes the call. And we go heads up to the flop. King 5-3.
Eugene's flop top pair. Freites has also caught a piece, which I assume should be more than enough for him to continue here.
Eugene Unite is checked to him. Freites continues for 200,000.
Unite might be wondering if he can get away with a raise. The board's pretty dry, however, so he'd be repping a very strong hand.
He elects just to call. The turn card is another 5. Freites continues to run golden.
Freites runs better than Usain Bolt.
Goes check, check, and a 6 on the river, giving Freites a full house.
Freites boats up. I think he missed some value on the turn, but I doubt he'll be checking behind this time. It's going to be really tough for Eugene to not think he has the best hand.
He's going to put out a value bet, 275,000.
A little Hollywooding, maybe.
Raise coming.
I'm sorry, call.
What?
You said raise.
You announced raise. You announced raise.
No speak English. No way he meant to just call with a full house. That was not a mistake.
Thomas Krems has been called to the table.
I believe we're looking at an angle shoot here. Freites knows the rule is that his raise must stand. And I think he's trying to make it look like he didn't want to raise, so he'll get a call out of Eugene.
I think this is exactly the same situation that we had already in this tournament, when you did exactly the same move and you had the nuts. I just share this information with you. Okay?
Wow, Freites has got previous for this.
You understand? So I force you to raise now, and you have the option what you do. But you need to put in another 275.
I think this is well handled by Thomas Kremser.
He's forcing Freites to min raise, but he's told Eugene Unite that this is a move that Freites makes when he's got a monster.
Oh, you force him to min raise? Okay.
It's not my option whether or not he raises. It's my option what to do that, right? That's what you're saying. Okay, I understand.
Armed with that information, does Eugene Unite now fold top pair?
I know we're not supposed to actively root for players, but I sure hope he mucks. Make Freites look like a chump.
He makes the call. Freites shows the full house.
Yeah, no, I know. I heard about this before the tournament started.
Ugly. Move was so dirty, feel like I need a shower.
I heard about this guy a week ago. I heard about this guy a week ago. Okay.
I've never seen Thomas Kremser look so disgusted.
Speaking of disgusted, look at the other players at the table. Look at Juan Maceras. You know, back in the old days, running an angle shoot could get you actually shot.
This drama now has a villain. How's his victim feeling about that?
Eugene, you were involved in a bit of a controversial hand against Ivan. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, my opponent said, okay, I raise, and he put out a call. And then he said, oh no, I mean call, no speak English. And you know, the floor man came up and said, you know, this guy did this earlier in the tournament with the nuts. Just so you know.
This ain't no regular final table they're fighting for, James. This is the...
Yeah. So this was the situation. I keep it running, the video behind me, and about the ruling. So I think it was a very, very gentle and too nice ruling for Freites. Honestly, the biggest argument is the first one, that the tournament director announced on the table, so Thomas, that this happened already in the tournament. So, if this angel shooting, which is the worst we have in poker, because it's a misbehavior, it's kind of cheeky, so it's like a cheating, it's I would say like it's one of the worst things we don't want to see in poker. It's like underhanded. It's really unfair methods, you know, to get any advantage of another player and about the situation. So the tournament director advised the player that he did it already, and I know it as tournament director. I know that he's a cheater, but and I tell you, he always had nuts. So also like this, no English, you know, and all these stories. Before he asked how much, the dealer told him 275,000. He understood. So then no English. Okay, however, but for me, there are only two rulings possible. The first ruling, which is still gentle for him, I would say, okay, sir. Very simple. I would tell the other players, you can. There's open action for you. You can do whatever you want. And I will tell fighters, if you win the pot, you get only the 275. No min raise. And the other way around, you know, if you lose it, you will lose your min raise. So I think first it's not good to force him for the min raise. I would prefer to save the opponent, to say, okay, in this time I overrule the ruling of string bet, and I say, you announce call, you said you announce raise, you put in the call amount. Now I just count the chips and not your verbal announcement, because you don't speak English. So that's why maybe you want to say call and not raise, and you said call. So I would say, okay, call, no raise. I give maybe the advantage away from the other player, that maybe he would have not nuts. But if in no situation, everybody knew that he would nuts. So I would only accept a bet, a call, showdown, and no money movement anymore, no chips. I think this would be like also fair. What I would do as a tournament director in this situation, I think this was my first reaction. If a player made this angel shooting already once in my tournament, but I'm responsible for the integrity of the game, and he doing this again, I go to the table, the floor will call me, I go there as tournament director, say, okay sir, Mr. Freitas, you did this already once in my tournament. Which I never will do normally, I would take a look in his cards, whole cards. I would see his full house. I would instant mark his hand, declare his hand as dead because of cheating and angel shooting, and would give him instant 1 round penalty. And say, if you do this again, you're disqualified from the tournament. That's it. 10 players, we are close to the final table, it's a feature table, and you know, he won it. He got 1.5 million euro for this tournament. So he did twice the angel shooting. Twice he got more money, more chips because of abusing the rules and situations. And finally, yeah, he got a warning and he's now famous. So negative famous. But at the end, I think if this happened to me twice in one tournament, for the second time, I think I can't accept it as tournament director and announce it to the other players. I know that he's a cheater. I tell you he's a cheater. But I let him play and I let him win the tournament. So this is like, I know it's easy to talk about the situation and ruling afterwards, honestly. You have to be a tournament director or floorman, you have to be in the situation live on the table to go there, and then it's different. Now I had time to think about, to discuss it. I'm not under pressure. It's not TV. So I think it's like really maybe different. But I think I will more time very strict tournament director and will not accept things like that. So I feel really ashamed for poker and this situation. And it's really a very strange situation. And it's really not many people contact me after this ruling and say, Thomas, what will you do? As I said, I would be more tough, I would be more strict, and I think I can repeat myself again, sorry, but if a player is doing this twice in my tournament, and I'm twice on the table as tournament director, and it's EPT it's the highest reputation tournament in Europe, and the best ruling, the best dealers, the best stuff. I think a non-tolerance rule, I think I would have to make another ruling. And one is for sure, is if you as tournament director go on this table on TV, live on stream, and I not disqualify the player, but declare his hand as dead or only call and no raise, and give him afterwards a penalty because he didn't cut the penalty afterwards. At least, you know, to send him like 2 orbits away. Say goodbye, you will see us at the final table, but you have to take a walk, take a fresh air, go smoke a cigarette, come back in 30 minutes. At least, you know, I have to give a penalty to a cheater and to angel shooter, which is live on TV. So this so far to this ruling. I think it was the worst situation you can find. If you Google it, you will always find like the angel shooting, and I would love, you know, to discuss it also like. During this time on Facebook, Ingomar, thank you for posting, which I have to double check with the WSOP. Honestly, I didn't check it. I didn't have this time. He said, in the rules is written, if you're positive tested, COVID positive, before the final table, you only get the money for place 9. So this is really a tough ruling. So I'm paying now $10,000 to play the WSOP or main event. I'm qualified for the final table. I can play, I'm the chip leader. I can play for 1 extra million. And now, because of COVID-19, I may be positive and they say, you're 9th, see you later. Honestly, I don't think it's the way. What I would do instead of WSOP, like football, Champions League, tennis, ATP final in London, what they're doing, I would create a bubble. It means I would invite all 9 players to Rotterdam or to Vegas first. 1 week before the final table, I would put them on quarantine, so I can be sure that when they meet each other the first time on the final table together, everything is fine and negative. Maybe I'd make 10 days or 2 weeks, but I would invite them luxury holidays, 2 weeks in a bubble, like in sports, and in the bubble you're safe. I think this would be the perfect idea for WSOP. So WSOP, GG Poker, Kings Casino, if you need any consulting, contact me and I would advise you to make a WSOP bubble for these final tables, and you don't have to penalize a player to just give him 9th place instead of like 1 million of free roll. So this is my idea of Thompson. You can post a link, no problem. You can post any link you want. It's not an issue. Post whatever you want. Okay, good. The last point for tonight, because I want to be finished at 8:45. No, not really, but it's the football match, Austria against the second league of I'm walking about Norway national football. So thank you, Rosie. Yeah, Poker Firma is always that fast. Rosie said bubble is not possible because only 2 days earlier. So on top, quite tough, but still bad. Good. I said poker stuff. 2020. I think it's the toughest time in all our career of poker dealers, floor, dealer coordinator, chip controller, floor assistant, tournament directors, PS Live, registration staff, security, whatever. Behind you can see a lot of stuff pictures which I did the last couple of years. Like this was Christmas in Prague, for example, and like there was before was Norway freezing ice photo. We were -5 or -10 degrees. We were going out. This was France. You can see. I think it was also like in Massangon. This was Norway, which was the most nicest event I ever had, the Norwegian Championship. It's really a tough time, and you know, really a lot of the best Schenefeld, of the best poker staff in Europe, they quit their job. So a lot of dealers were looking for another job. They quit now the freelance job as a poker dealer, and they're just looking for a normal job. Everybody get any support. I think in the beginning, and this I'm a little bit pissed off, honestly, because in the beginning, in March, April, poker side were like, ooh, dealer donation tournament, yee! For all dealers, the event were cancelled, you know. They put some donation for the dealer stuff. Because, let's say, as tournament director, I earned more than them. I have higher costs maybe, but still, I think I can, hopefully, I will survive this kind of 1 year with really not really salary. But for poker dealers, they didn't earn millions. It's still a really tough time. So, online casino and online poker is a big boom. I think it's the biggest boom ever, I think, because it's like long term from March now, lockdown. The industry like Amazon and Zalando, everybody's going up at 20, 30, 40, 50% of revenues. So, and in the beginning, everybody took the advantage of promotion, marketing. Oh, we're the good ones because we give some donation for the dealers. So instead of our live event, which is cancelled, you know, we make an online dealer donation tournament and we give everybody dealer get $150 or something like this. Ooh, congrats. And all the other events every month, every year. So I really would expect that the online casinos would do much more for this freelance stuff. Because we're talking about like 400 or 500 people stuff. Because they're always the same, traveling around. And I think it would be not an issue to make a big donation of the biggest event organization worldwide and donate something for their staff of 2019 to give them at least something back. The only thing which is not official, and I would not say it's 100% proof, but PokerStars gave a job to many dealers. They took them as support for their native language. So at the end, all the Czech dealers, I know UK, Spanish dealers, you know, they worked as support staff for PokerStars. Nobody talked about, and they didn't make it really big official, but I think this was a really nice gesture, and to at least to give a job to 50, 80 dealers from the EPT staff, so they're still earning some kind of money besides and waiting for live events. So this was quite okay. I say it was not official. I heard it from many times. I think it's 100% confirmed for myself, but it's nowhere written, and PokerStars didn't make any promotion out of it. It just was like a very nice movement. Yeah. This was Sunfest Mazagon, one of the nicest tournaments, a nice atmosphere, nice resort. So, yeah. So this is the topic of Wednesday. As I said, I moved my stream from Monday to Wednesday because Monday was the last day before the lockdown in Austria, and it was quite important for me because of my house renovation and my family, and to support my wife and her shop. So at the end, that's why I didn't have any time on Monday to prepare a stream or to stream in the night. So that's why I think it was for me important to move it one day to Wednesday, but next week it will be on Monday again. If I find any topic will be more and more difficult. So, summary for this week. WCP goes online, offline. Let's see if they really can go to Rotterdam and Vegas, and if there will be a nice heads up at the end of December. I'm also not sure if many people love to travel to Vegas during Christmas and the New Year Eve. So let's see what's happened, you know. PokerStars, panic button. Okay, I hope they will improve, and they improve also their support. Poker stuff, live event poker stuff, tough time for everybody, but I think we will come back much stronger. Yeah, and let's say Bratislava and Slovakia is still open. Czech Republic will open very soon, so hopefully we don't get a third lockdown, and at Christmas at least there will be some live poker somewhere around. Glücksspielstaatsvertrag, there are no news, so let's see what's happened in July next year. And like I said, I try to do the best of my situation, so at the end I try to do some network marketing for game coins and for the gaming industry, and in the meantime I'm drinking vodka. And topic of next week, angel shooting. So if you know some funny situation of angel shooting, if you met some assholes, which they did, and they behave like assholes with angel shooting, just tell me, and we can discuss it, and I can try to find some videos. But I try to find the worst players in the world by angel shooting. Yeah. All the rest, I would say I'm really very optimistic for the future. I think the vaccine, you know, all good news from the biggest pharmacy industries. In Austria, they say they will start, maybe, could be like Pfizer said this in the next 6 weeks. In the US, you know, they're quite very close. More and more pharmacy companies announcing that they're in the last phase of the vaccine. So I'm really optimistic that next year we will start in January, February with vaccine, and that we can launch our first events back in April, May, and in the summertime. So fingers crossed. I wish all of you nice Wednesday evening. I wish you a nice short week. If you in some lockdown, locked somewhere, I still hope the best for you. And I go back to my small pictures, which I really love, you know. Small Thomas. And question in my chat from Principal 22. Would you take the vaccine voluntary? Honestly, maybe yes. If I have no choice, I think yes. I think it's not really democratic. Some people say because you're forced to use the vaccine. But honestly, I think at the end we have no choice. Either you can choose the economy down, world war, restriction everywhere, or we have to accept the vaccine and take the small risk. Honestly, I think I'm healthy. If I get, maybe I had already corona because some of my friends had corona positive, and like in March, so I think we also got it. But like many people say, if you're healthy, normally you are positive, you have no symptoms, and you're not really sick. So, but at the end, yes. If they're telling me, Thomas, you can back to your business, you can back to run live events, and you can go out and enjoy your life like before, but you need a vaccine. Honestly, I would take the risk. My brother is working for the pharmacy industry, and he's right. He told me, Thomas, take a normal medicine and then take the text with all the side effects of medicaments, and this text is so long at the end, you know, that it makes no sense. So this text is like this. So every medicament has some risk. Some people have no effect, side effects, some people have a lot. So I think it's like up to everybody himself, but I don't think it will be more risk than every other medicament you're taking. Because nobody was thinking about any side effects of other medicaments. You just take it. You have headache, you take the Bugamate. You know, you take this when you take pills. The doctor telling you take this. How many of you reading the text beside any medicament? I never did it. The doctor write them down, I go to the pharmacy, take it, and hopefully to be healthy again. So I think it's just more marketing, more promotion, more well-known, everybody talk about vaccine. But I think if you're afraid of vaccine, you should stop to take any medicament. Okay. But
You know, the fundamental rights of an online poker player. You don't have any.
it's not only poker player, it's like everywhere in the world, you know. But honestly, let's stay strong, let's be healthy, and I wish you a very nice week, and hopefully to see you all Monday. I send you all a big kiss. Stay healthy, stay strong, and see you on Monday. Cheers and bye.